In honor of National Barbecue Month, we are shining the sunrise spotlight this morning on a really popular barbecue spot in West Salem.
The name of the place is Roger That BBQ, and their #1 fan may be Drew Carney. He joins us live now from the restaurant. Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, China. Good morning, Christine. Check out the pork shoulders that we've got out here on the smoker this morning in back of Roger That BBQ. In back of me is the Roger behind Roger That BBQ. High five on this Tuesday morning. There you go, Roger Schneider. We were reminiscing a moment ago, Roger and I were. And we came out here one other time in the past. We believe the year was 2016,
Yep.
just after or shortly after you opened up here
Yep.
in West Salem. So before we get to the interview portion, I want to make sure people know where you're located. We can put that up on the screen. It is in West Salem, so you come off I-5, you got to make a little bit more of a hike over the bridge in Salem. Not too far beyond the bridge, you will find this terrific barbecue spot. Now, they're only open 4 days a week. Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. You see the hours, but in many cases, you go until you sell out.
Yes, sir. Yep. We that's the goal every day, and it's fresh the next day every single time.
So let's talk about what makes your barbecue, in my opinion, so darn good. We've got the pork shoulders we talked about. Can you lift up that other big heavy door and slide that out a little bit? Because you've got your brisket here, which you say is as close to Texas-style brisket as you can get outside of Texas. How so?
Well, we put salt and pepper on it. That's it. We put it in the smoker for up to 18 hours. And Texas does do the exact same thing. We use real wood. We locally source hardwoods around here in the Northwest. And yeah, salt, pepper, and forever.
I pulled this wood right off your pile. What kind of wood do you use for your smoker?
Right now we're using maple and oak.
Okay, maple and oak. I'll put this back in the pile. There you go. I have a little plan coming up in the about 5:45, gang. I'm going to put a call out to our viewers in Salem. It's not every day that we get to come down to Salem. So pay attention. If you're watching this morning from the capital city of Salem, there will be a call out at 5:45 and an opportunity for you to get your hands on some of this barbecue today when they're not even opened, and at this hour of the day when they're never open. So we're excited about that. The last thing I'm going to ask you, besides the brisket, the rest of your barbecue items kind of have an Oregon flair to it. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it's a little sweeter on the rubs, and there is sauce. We put sauce on the side of most things, and around here we say sauce is gooder.
Sauce is gooder. We have 30 seconds to demonstrate just how fall off the bone good your meat is. You want to demonstrate by pulling a bone out of one of those pork shoulders? Here we go. Oh, look at that. It's coming right off the bone this morning. And can I take a piece of that meat and place it into my mouth?
Yes, grab that one right there.
Okay.
The Out and About segment here on Sunrise Show does not get any tastier than the one that Drew Carney is diving into this morning.
Yeah, and he's doing it because it is National Barbecue Month, so he's, of course, honoring it. He's hanging out at one of his all-time favorite spots. We are talking about Roger That BBQ in West Salem. Drew, we're getting so hungry.
It is, it's fantastic. I do feel a little bit bad that you're not here to enjoy it as I am enjoying it this morning, gang. But you can check it out like our other viewers can as well. So real quickly, we'll put the details up on the screen as far as where you can find Roger That BBQ. We've got the address for you this morning. It's in West Salem, not too far after you cross the bridge. In Salem, of course. They're only open 4 days a week, so that's the most important thing to put across here. Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You see those hours on the screen as well. As we come back out live now to the home of Roger That BBQ. And you say, who's Roger? That's Roger right there. Roger Schneider, the owner of Roger That BBQ. We also have a couple of his staff here with us, two of West Salem High School's finest, including Mello. Mello, keep working on those burgers for us. We may want to show those off before this segment is through. Can I ask you about the hours? Because sometimes I look and I go, man, only 4 days a week. How does that work? But you say that's the way it has to be done. Why?
Yeah, so we start the smoker on Wednesday night. It goes till Thursday. Thursday we sell for Friday. Friday we sell for Saturday. Saturday we sell for Sunday. Sunday the smoker shuts down. We come in and clean it on Monday. Tuesday's our day off, and Wednesday we're back at it.
Okay, that makes, see, once you explain it like that, I realize that's the only way it's going to work. We saw the smoker earlier, but what I really want to show off during this segment is what's known as your Philly cheesesteak.
Yes, sir.
Now, as someone who grew up in the Philadelphia area, I'll tell you, back there, we just call it a cheesesteak, but I understand throwing the Philly in front of it. And you told me, hey, Drew, it's new and improved. You just made some additions to the cheesesteak. How is it new and improved?
Yeah, so we are actually getting the buns from Philadelphia, and we are thin slicing prime grade ribeye in-house, and we're using a seasoning that's bought in Carlton, Oregon here, and we put it all together, and this is the masterpiece.
All right,
I'm excited for you to try this.
I'm excited to try it, Roger. I'm excited to try it with you. We'll just take our
Nice.
bite. I don't know how good it is. I don't know how good of TV this is to just watch two grown men eat without talking, but there's only one way to try it, and that's by eating it. You ready to dive in?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
So good.
You did it, Roger!
Someone.
You did it! You did it, man! It's beautiful.
Is it good?
But no, it's fantastic.
Okay, great.
The roll, I know the roll, comes from Amoroso's.
Yes.
Big deal in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And now you're having them shipped to you.
Yep.
Okay. How is that wimpy coming along?
A little slow, but
So there's one last thing I'm going to tell you about. If we spread the waters here, can we just see the grill? You have an item on your menu that I thought, this can't be that popular at a barbecue joint with all the ribs and all the brisket and all the pulled pork. But those little cheeseburgers are big sellers, the Wimpies. Why?
We sell just as many Wimpies as we do brisket. And in the very beginning, I thought if we run out of brisket real fast, we need something to keep people coming in. So these little Wimpy burgers have taken off. They're a fan favorite. They're delicious.
Really, that question and answer was another opportunity for me to sneak in a bite of that cheesesteak.
Keep
That
going.
is darn good, guys. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the big detail. Here's the deal, guys. If you're, I'm sorry, I know. Now we got to go. But if you're watching us in Salem this morning, the first person that's watching us this morning in Salem that gets down here in the 6 o'clock hour to Roger That BBQ, I'm going to give you the opportunity to have a cheesesteak for breakfast. I need the first person watching us this morning in Salem that arrives in the 6 o'clock hour. We're going to have some fun with you this morning on television.
This Out and About segment here on Sunrise Show doesn't get any tastier than the one Drew Carney is diving into this morning.
Yeah, it is National Barbecue Month. If you didn't know, now you know. And Drew is hanging out at his all-time favorite, Roger That BBQ. And look at that. Is that brisket, Drew?
My goodness.
Yes, well, we got ribs and we got brisket. Brisket and ribs. Two things I want to point out, ladies of the studio. In that beginning right there, the open to the Out and About segment, you may have noticed the first image that pops up in that cycle of pictures is actually Roger with me. We believe that was 7 years ago during an Out and About segment when we first came out to Roger That BBQ about a year after they first opened. Since then, they have established themselves as a huge hit here in Salem, specifically in West Salem. In fact, we'll show you the address on your screen because if you say, geez, I'd like to check out that barbecue spot that Drew was at this morning, here's the information. Most important thing to keep in mind, they're only open 4 days a week. So Thursday through Sunday, there's the hours. Again, it's Roger That BBQ. Owned and operated by the Roger standing next to me this morning. And I got to remind me at the end of the segment when we toss it back to the studio, including Rod, I got to remember to tell Rod why you call your cheeseburgers Wimpies. But we'll do that later. Let's talk about your brisket. A lot of people will make ribs at home or pulled pork, but people are afraid to tackle brisket by themselves at home because it's a task.
Yeah.
Explain how you do it so well.
First of all, it is just a piece of meat. It takes forever. It really does. Pulling them at the right temperature is important. Holding temps are important, and you can never go back once you get it too hot. So
Can you cut it open for us this morning?
absolutely, let's do this.
Action shot on this Wednesday morning. So on the top, someone might look at this and go, man, that's really well done. But you want it to look like it's basically been crisped.
Yep, this is the
significantly.
bark. This is the bark on the outside. The red around the outside is the smoke ring. We leave a nice layer of fat on it so it can render into the rest of the meat. This is the point or the fatty end, and this is the leaner part, which doesn't mean there's no fat. It's still juicy. As it's been sitting here for a while, and it's ready to go.
If I can get greedy, can you break me off a little piece that I could eat? My next question is, you want it to be really juicy, obviously, when you serve it to your customers. How do you keep it juicy? Because I feel like the moment you pull it off the smoker, it starts to lose some effect, correct or no?
Yeah, so we got different temperatures we pull at, and we keep in the warmer, and we hold. Holding is very important. Yeah, it's It's ready to eat.
You weren't expecting me to stick that whole entire slab in my mouth, were you?
Let's do it.
Can I ask you about your ribs as well?
Yeah.
Because you were saying that you don't make them competition style. That's a different ball game. You make them customer style. What's the difference?
So customers like it falling off the bone. Competition style, they like a nice tug off the bone. And if the customers want fall off the bones, I'm going to do it for them. So that's what we do.
Can I demonstrate just how
Yeah,
easy
let's
those
do this.
bones come off the meat? These will pull. I got a rib right here. I mean, literally, I try to pick it up, the bone comes right off. Well done this morning, Roger.